Hello and welcome into the Sorare Spotlight. I am Andrew Laird. You can find me as Lairdino on Sorare. Here today to talk about game week 43, everything that went on, a lot of big teams that we normally see not on this game week, and so there's a lot of big streak issues with La Liga. We had Bundesliga back. We didn't have Prem, but we'll have Prem this weekend in a couple days. So don't worry about that. We have some midweek Bundesliga action as well. So there's a lot to get into. Appreciate everybody coming in. Let's see. We got Mike Baston first in. Way to be, Mike. Carrie and Philly Dilly on the podium. So congratulations to you three. Hoodwink, good to see you. Glad you could make it. Tazai, hey Laird, it's been a while. My hype for Sorare is so back. Let's go. Currently standing second in Eredivisie Division 1 Limited, first ever podium if Opta doesn't change anything. That's awesome. That's awesome. We're going to talk about Eredivisie because we had some solid streak history changing. I'll explain that in a little bit. Sean Kennedy, what's up? Thanks for coming in. It was another weird game week, particularly for me, just because a lot of the leagues that I normally play were not playing, or it just felt like I didn't have a lot going on. And we're still in this kind of, I don't even want to call it the holiday period anymore because holidays are over. I took my Christmas tree down yesterday, and now we're just in this kind of doldrum until spring comes. But today's January 12th, and we haven't gotten the full leagues back yet. And so we're like slowly getting there. But this game week in particular was just another slower one for people who don't go everywhere. And so we'll see. JT Chell is going for the fifth streak in Eredivisie this weekend, thanks to Sparta. Ooh, that's nice. So yeah, we had some Eredivisie, some good Eredivisie scores for this game week, meaning people who are going for streaks had some more success. And that's pretty important because Eredivisie had been pretty hard for streaks. And we'll get into the data in a couple minutes because I think at the beginning of the season, everyone thought that the Eredivisie would be not easy for streaks, but one of the easier ones. And it just hasn't been the case this season. PSV, AZ, Ajax, Feyenoord, none of them have just been smashing consistently enough. They're not like the Bayern Munich or the Barcelona of the Netherlands. And so we are getting to the point now where, everybody's XP is a little higher. Maybe they've worked on their collections. And so I think the second half of the season, all of our lineups are going to be a lot more powerful. So maybe we will see more people hitting the streaks, hitting the higher levels of the streaks. But Eredivisie was one this game week. Also, I had actually forgotten about this. As of Friday morning for me, midday probably, in Europe and particularly in the Netherlands, there were a number of games that were potentially going to be postponed because of the snow. And I think word came down kind of before the deadline. Thankfully, there was one postponed game, I believe, that then allowed the deadline to get pushed back. And so there was just a lot of apprehension of, should I play my Eredivisie players this week with the possibility that those matches get postponed? And so I think the people that, ended up taking the chance. And again, as we got closer to the deadline, it felt like there was more and more, it was more and more likely that the matches would be played. And so it wasn't like this gigantic risk to play all of your Eredivisie ones. But we'll jump into that in a second. Do we think this is Blauwall? Do we think the ones are else? The prizes are also soft for buying Eredivisie, meaning like it's cheap based on what you can get. Like, I think buying into the Eredivisie now is kind of tough just because, well, there's a few things. The transfer window being opened is the scariest thing for me in terms of the possibility of buying into the Eredivisie. And this time last week, I was looking at Jupiler, and Jupiler is another one that's a little tricky because the better players in these leagues are not hidden from the bigger leagues. And so we do see a number of January transfers that kind of can really throw a wrench in your plans. We did see there were some links between Joey Veerman and I think it was Fenerbahce a couple weeks ago. And I think it came out that he's definitely staying for the season. So all of those people who had Veerman and other PSV cards probably felt much better about that. But I think that's the biggest risk right now. And the difficulty is it's one of those, if you wait, you're losing out on possible weeks that you can win. From a leaderboard perspective, you're obviously way behind on XP. And, theoretically you can get a collection bonus going quickly, but the percentages aren't going to be there. That doesn't affect streaks as much. I mean, obviously you prefer to have higher percentage for streaks, but the leaderboard ends up being harder if you are joining in January. But Ede, what's up? Thanks for saying hi. But let's jump into Eredivisie. We'll do that one first just because we're literally talking about it right now. So let's dive in here. All right. So if you are looking for other leaderboards, and we discovered this last week, but there were a couple of people who have asked about it since then. If you just go to view my lineups and you go to your own projected rewards, where you can see how horrible of a game week I'm having. But if you just click this view rewards link right here, this will get you to the main page that we all know and love on the Sorare Spotlight. So here is Eredivisie. And we can look in to see basically what happened. And speaking of PSV, we've got a couple PSV, a mini PSV stack, and then Sparta Rotterdam, who JT was referencing before. So first place in Eredivisie Limited D1, Ligue 606060, 524.41 points. Joel Dramel, Marvin Young, and Tobias Laridison from Sparta Rotterdam, and then Dennis Mann and Joey Veerman. That's a Veerman Classic. PSV won 5-0. I'm sorry, 5-1. Very different. 5-1. Joe, do we know if this is Dramel or Drommel? I don't know for sure, but he has had some pretty peaky scores this year. Pretty much whenever he has a clean sheet. Actually, this is his lowest scoring clean sheet. He had a 63, excuse me, second lowest. But 74 against Heracles. What is that? Feyenoord next, and then Utrecht. But kind of used to seeing some good scores with him. Marvin Young with a last man tackle. Laridison double decisive. Tizai, were they here? Tizai's usually here. Yes. Oh, you were saying, second. There you go. So second has the Sparta Rotterdam almost full stack, but instead of a midfielder, it's just Joey Veerman. Teo Quintero, whose card I had the Sparta Rotterdam collection last year. But then, so that's 5-16-58, Majestic 58 in third with not a full PSV stack, just a PSV bottom here. No, sorry. I forgot that Owusu Adoro plays for AZ. So Owusu Adoro, 80 with a clean sheet. Mauro Jr., 66 with an assist in that 5-1 win. Obviously, Veerman there. Mika Goetz with a goal and a 3-2 win for Ajax, away to Telstar. Wow, 3-2. And then Laridis in there as well. So some pretty solid scores. Let's see, 5-12 was third place. So 505, somewhere in the 6 to 10 range. So you actually needed a lower score in Division 2, which is kind of interesting. That doesn't happen a lot. But let's see. Soli Foxes, Dramel, oh boy, Gasidrowski. Great head of hair there. Veerman, Laridison, and Wooter Ghost, who I also won years ago. Veerman Classic just seems to be everywhere as a captain. Until we click second place in D2. $100 here. Owusu Adoro, Mateo Chavez, Sven Meinens, Dennis Mann, and Paul Wanner. So that's the AZ bottom and the PSV top. And Ruben's Trophy Chasers, who gets on the podium here. Owusu Adoro, Alexander Penetra, Oscar Gluck, Mika Goetz, and Laridison. So AZ defensive stack, Ajax attacking stack, I guess, and Laridison. Okay. And then Division 3, 507. So this actually would have won Division 2. Daniel Bielka, wow. Mateo Chavez, Maximilian Ballard, Laridison, and Bruno Martins Indy. That's a classic Laridison. Huh. This feels, based on what we saw in Division 1 and Division 2, this is a very Division 3 lineup, which is great. All right, first place in rare, Brad JX, message on Discord, Dramel, Yori Bass with triple decisive, one negative though, Veerman Classic, Laridison, and Mika Goetst. Is that how you say his name? I don't even know. But 557.3 is first place. That's $2,000 and 1,000 essence. Second place, Awusa Doro Ko Itakura from Ajax, Veerman, Goetz, and Laridison, not captaining Veerman. Big move. That's 548. And then Tom Piena, Dramel, Bass, Veerman, Laridison, and Gaz. Was that a D or an O? Oh, it's Gaziorowski. I thought it was a D. Anyway, still with a great head of hair. Gotst, short O, Gotst. Okay, I'll try that. So that's 553 wins Division 1. Division 2, 527. Wow, where does 527 land here? In the 6 to 10. So you really had to earn it in Division 1. Stiquinho, Usadoro, Alexander Penetra, Veerman, Mann, Minans. God, that's huge scores this week. My gosh. Predictology, 526.94. That's 0.6 of a point less. Etienne Vason, Dest, Veerman, Gotst, and Mann. And Vissy J, Vason, Gaziorowski, Veerman, Gotst, and Gluck. It's a fun lineup. Division 3, 529 wins at Bielka, Backer, Linde, Laridison, and Hillen. Now we're talking. 515, Dramel, Young, Bass, Laridison, Quintero, and Vissy J. Didn't we just see Vissy J? Hold on. Vissy J got third in Division 2 and third in Division 3. That's fun. Let's see here. Yeah, look at that. Double thirds, but not in division. And that's all they play in season. Both lineups obviously hitting the second streak. Would have hit a lot more had they been higher up. So many decisives there. They have the 2 in-season Veermans, Gotst, and then they have a different defensive lineup, and Morrow Jr. versus Oscar Gluck. That's fun. Congratulations to who was that? Vissy J. And then in Super Rare, Dramel in-season unique, Marvin Young in-season Super Rare, Joey Veerman classic Super Rare, Laridison in-season unique, and Goose Till classic unique. $2,500 turns into 5,490 with the 2 uniques. Added, so it was 2,500 and then added 2,990 to it. Love that. Oh, Gaza. Shout out to Gaza. Vason, Dees Yance, Veerman, Laridison, and Mies DeWitt. That's second place. All super rares, won the Veerman Classic. And then Invisible _ Dramel, DeWitt, Veerman, Goots, and Minans. Now this is 3 uniques, including 2 in-season uniques. So then let's see what they took. Instead of 600 because of the bonuses, 600 turned into 1,767. So nearly doubled their reward. This $70 turned into 206. That's solid. That's Dramel Mauro Jr. Classic, Veerman in-season super rare, Yunus Taha in-season unique, and Yori Regier in-season unique. So some pretty high scores. And if we look at the Eredivisie hot streak data, we can see these hot scores really helped out. So we had 16 people hit the 5th streak in limited. That's after, let's see, 1, 3, 4, 9, 13, 20 people had hit it previously for the entirety of the season. And 16 hit it this game week. And on the rare side, we had nobody hit it until now, where 3 people did. And I want to give a shout out to, let me see if I can find, I can't find their specific, I don't know if Bunkers is their name on Sorare, but shout out to Bunkers, who reached out to me. They are one of these 3 people who hit the hot streak and told themselves that if they hit the 5th streak, that they would become a Laird Social Club member, which they did. And so congratulations to those 3, specifically Bunkers, and much appreciated with the membership to my Patreon, which if anybody else is interested, patreon.com/Andrew M. Laird. I have my own YouTube channel as well. So Rare with Laird. Check that out if you're not already there. Not bad with those snow issues this week. Yeah, the snow, I think, was more just scared people off more than anything else. But I think thankfully we knew enough ahead of time, like before the deadline. It would have been, I think it was after the regular deadline, but before the extended one, that thankfully everybody who wanted to play ended up playing. Mike Bass, I know you were going for the 5th streak. Did you end up playing or did you sit? And I don't want to like blast you here and pull all your lineups up to see what you did, but I kind of want to do that also. Anyway, so we had Bundesliga, La Liga, and Challenger as well on the in-season. I'm going to talk about La Liga first, because the tricky thing with La Liga was that there was no Barcelona, Real Madrid, Atletico Madrid, or Athletic Club. They were all playing in the Super Cup. And so I think we saw kind of a big drop. Well, actually, I guess we could look at this, meaning like how many people ended up entering, because I think a lot of people sat out because of those teams being ineligible. So let me look at this. I can't remember if there was La Liga last weekend, but we can easily find out. Game week 41, was there La Liga? Yes. Okay. So what I wanted to do is just see how many people entered in each one. So in Division 1 last weekend, we had 2,858 people in Division 1. 16,350 total lineups amongst the 3 divisions. And in this game week, we had 12,098 and only 1,600 in Division 1. So it's actually a pretty decent drop. I mean, from 16,350 to 12,098. And then, what is that? Roughly 1,200 people, 1,208 fewer entries in Division 1. 455.5 won Division 1. And I say one, that's after 5:30 the week before. Are we done with La Liga? Oh, we're not. Excuse me. Okay, so what do we have left today? Sevilla, Celta Vigo. All right, so not all of this is 100%. Well, obviously very much not. It's 88%. But currently in first place, 455.5, Gazzaniga, Vitor Reis, Pepelu, Take Kubo, and Jorge de Frutos. Thank you, Blowell, and of course, Andreas. So Adri 42, currently first. Freddie here, Gazzaniga, Santiago Mourinho, Alberto Molero, Anthony, and Daley Blind. So that's some Girona, some Betis, some Villarreal. Why not? Just a little sprinkling of a bunch. And then third place, Gazzaniga, Blind, Fornals, Antony, and Mikatoeze. So I think everybody who had Betis and Valencia felt pretty good this week, even Girona. So 455. Division 2, 475. Oh, no. 455 would have been third. Gazzaniga, Blind, Lo Celso with a goal, Antony, and Juan Foyth. Palace 2345, Sergio Herrera, Daily Blind captain, 88 without a decisive. Way to go. Exposito, Alvaro Garcia, who I didn't even realize was a forward, and Pepelu there, classic. It is just fun to see non-Barca and Madrid and all that. Dimitrievski, Copete, Malero, Garcia, De Frutos. Just nothing that high. It's like, who are these guys? And Rob Skywalker with a Valencia stack here. Luis Jr., Foyth, Malero, Mikatoeze, and Nicolas Pepe, who 56 off the bench. Wow. 23 minutes. Got a double-double thanks to what? Oh, man, and had a big chance created. Wow. So 2-0 on duels and 2 interceptions. Got the double-double. WWE Universal. Does anyone know why Challenger isn't open in game week 45 when there are games? Yes. So we'll get to Challenger in a second, but it's because there are only 9 licensed teams with games, and you need to have a minimum of 10 for it to open, which from my point of view, with the cards that I have, is infuriating. So that's why. And then we have a Girona stack, a 4-1 Girona and Pepelu, Gazzaniga, Moreno, Alex Moreno, Brian Gill, and Ivan Martin, and Pepelu there. And let's see. In rare, CBN currently tops 2,250. Now, the prize pool is a little reduced because we had those teams missing. So we have Gazzaniga, Blind, Malero, Antony, and Mauro Arambari in first place. That's 512.42, 512.06. Sora So Rare, Gazzaniga, Blind, Sergio Gomez, Take Kubo, and Pepelu. And then Yippee Kaye, shout out to them. Third place, Gazzaniga, Vitor Reese, Giovanni Lo Celso, Antony, Classic, and Daily Blind. I agree, WWE Universal 5. It is disappointing. So Yippee Kaye, love to see on the podium, not in an arena. So 512 was currently winning Division 1. Division 2, 484.9 is winning. Shout out to Harry Trades here with the Aaron Escandel, Arnau Martinez, Alberto Malero, Captain, Jorge De Frutos, and we just seen Pepelu everywhere. And like 87 is not even that high. Cherney with Gazzaniga, Javier Galan, Pepelu, Antony, and Blind. Tooth, Gazzaniga, Blind, Lo Celso, Pepe, and Vitor Reese. Let's look at what like the top players from this one. So we'll go to Scout, top players, live. Let's see who the top players were in La Liga. I didn't do this for Eredivisie, but so no 100s. In fact, Alex Moreno from Girona, the only player over 88. Moreno, Blind, Pepelu, Malero, Take Kubo, Della, and De Frutos are the only ones with 80 or above. And the last 3 were 81, 80, and 80. Daily Blind, 88 with no decisive. 53 all around. What did he do? 30 defending points, 10 from the clean sheet, 5 clearances, 4 tackles, 1 an outfielder block. He got the double-double thanks to winning 8 of 11 duels and the 4 tackles. He was 1 interception away from a triple-double. Completed 56 passes, including 14 in the final third. Didn't do a lick of the one penalty area entry. Just went to work, though. Mids were rough for La Liga this game week. Molero and Fornals were the best options. Papello also decent. Yeah. Oh, there's Lo Celso. He was fine. But yeah, I mean, 78. You're right. It was just kind of rough. Again, when we're missing the 4 highest scoring teams, you're not going to see the high scores. Focus here. Matt Ryan, Daley Blind, Papello, Brian Gill, and David Carmo is winning, Division 3. Super Rare. Sorare Superliga. Do we think that's Danish Superliga or Turkish Super League? Or that's just Super League. Or Argentina Superliga, maybe? Sergio Herrera, John Mikel Aramboru, Pepelu Garcia, and Take Kubo. Okay. I was like trying to think of whether I would know these guys, and I don't really. Gazani. Oh, okay. All right. So now here's the Girona stack. 5-player stack, all super rares. Gazaniga captain classic. Vitor Reis, Ivan Martin, Saganikov, and Moreno. It's crazy that first place is 620 and second place is 545.59 and third place is 545.11. Ramiro, Sergio Gomez, Saganikov, Molero, Pepelu, This is with three uniques, So actually, this lineup scored or won more than this one. So this lineup won 1,500. This second place lineup, Del Pillow, maybe it's Del Pio, because this is just all super rares. Whereas Dream Villains lineup, how much was that second place? 1,500. This one won 750 plus another 963. So 1,713. Is that my 716? There we go. So yeah, third place won more because of the classic Sergio Gomez unique, classic Saganikov unique, and the in-season Molero unique. Not bad. And then for the La Liga streak data, it was a rough one, understandably. So 12 people hit the 4th streak in limited. Nobody hit the 5th in limited. 2 hit the 4th in rare. And 0 in rare. Not bad. But yeah, the La Liga obviously comes back. Does it come back this next weekend? I think it does. And we'll get it. That's when everybody can bring back all of their Barcelona and Real Madrid cards. Andreas, how did you do with these guys? I know that you play. Sorry to call you out here after I didn't call out Mike Baston, but I know you were going for the streak without these guys. Oh, you got it. There you go. Hit the second streak with Luis Jr., Santiago Mourinho, Fornals, Take Kubo, and Anthony Captain. Love it. Love it. Well done, Andreas. And now Andreas gets to move on when he gets all of his all his Barcelona and Madrid guys back. All right, so we did La Liga. We did not do Bundesliga, so let's do that. Bundesliga, Bayern Munich, 8-1. Anybody who plays fantasy sports realizes how infuriating that one is. But Stebry didn't care. They had Moritz Nicholas, Kevin Dix, Malik Tillman, Harry Kane, Michael Olise captain, 100, 530.25. I forgot to look to see if Bundesliga is done. They don't usually play Monday. So, yeah. Oh, they have midweek, right? So they definitely won't play Monday. So Stebri, party giving away a goal to Alaves made some difference. XP saved me though. Yeah, XP is always going to save. So anyway, Stebri, $2,000. Kowalskiuk with the more popular Bayern Munich stack now of not having the goalkeeper. Jonathan Tah assist. So that was with Moritz Nicholas from Gladbach. That's where he is, right? Yeah. Jonathan Tah with the assist. Olise captain, triple decisive 100. Kane and Luis Diaz with also at a triple decisive. Man. And then Fulham here. Nicholas Tah. This is the same lineup. 529.29, 528.36. Both captained. Olise just came down to bonuses here. Man, literally the same lineup. Andre said next weekend all the big hitters are back. Mbappe also back from injury. Nice when your best in season is level 9. My goodness gracious. Hold on. 530, one Division 1, 520, one Division 2. Nicholas Dix, Conrad Leimer. Wow. Olise and Diaz. So no Kane wins Division 2. Nicholas Dix, Amiri, Olise, and Diaz. So there's also no Kane. And third place has the Gladbach stack with Olise, which feels very much like the whatever stack with Veerman that we were seeing in Eredivisie. Nicholas, Elvedi, Tabakovic, Dix, and Olise. Crystal Palace midfielder card, because why not? And then Division 3. 485. Nubel, Mittelstadt, Olise, Tabakovic, and Tah. Still very, very good cards. Stuttgart winning 4-1 away to Leverkusen is probably the shock of the weekend when it came to Bundesliga. First place in rare, Sergio Posada. Same lineup that we saw in rare. Excuse me, in limited. Nicholas, Tah, Olise, Kane, and Diaz, although the other one had an Olise captain. Ono FC, Neuer, Tah, Olise, Kane, Diaz, and Fulham, who was up there in limited as well. Neuer, Tah, Olise, Kane, Diaz. Is that the same lineup again? That's really funny. So Fulham finished third in both scarcities with the same lineup, but in different scarcities. Right? Nicholas, Tah, Olise, Kane. Nicholas Tah, Olise, Kane, Diaz. Oh, no, he had Neuer here in rare. Excuse me. It was the same as the first place here. So, yeah, Neuer 45 and an 8-1. Tah got bailed out with the assist. Upamecano not as lucky. Lennart Carl, pretty bad. Who came in for him? Goretzka? Man, Goretzka and Guerrero, both goals off the bench. And Serge Gnabry didn't play at all. So 562 wins Division 1, 507 Division 2. Nicholas Tah, Leimer, Kane Diaz, Moritz Nicholas, captain. Wow. Ashoka still crushing. Neuer, Tah, Olise, Diaz, Upamecano. So basically the triple defensive stack with Diaz and Olise. Balak Henry, Nicholas, Mittelstadt, Leimer, Llewellyn, and Elvedi. Wow, that's random. Very random. Llewellyn has been very good. Fabian says sitting on fourth there. Neuer, Tah, Pavlovic. Maybe it's Pavlovic. Olise, and Kane. Love that, Fabian. Well done. Well done indeed. And congrats on your promotion. 1 point to second. Holy, yeah, look at that. 500.61, 500.11, 499.97. Oh my good. Not even a point. 0.14, or excuse me, 0.64 and 0.5. Oof. I do know that Luis Diaz got opted up because I had him somewhere else, and that didn't help me. All right, Super Rare. Do we think the Super Rare is just a full Bayern stack? Actually, maybe it's a full Gladbach stack. Let's find out. Basilbot, Neuer, Mittelstadt, Olise, Kane, and Ta. So 4 Bayern and Mittelstadt, which is, he's great, 90 captain. Excuse me, 90 classic, Olise unique. So it's the in-season Neuer unique. Did he buy that card, or do you think he won it? He bought it. Okay. Let's see what this one actually paid out. Instead of 4,000, it'll be more because of the classic Olise unique and the in-season Neuer unique. So instead of 4,000, this one won 8,800. Added $4,800 to it, which is kind of the point. Sporting Shamrock second, 2,000. Ramage, a 58 in Heidenheim's 2-2 draw. Jonathan Tah unique, classic. Goretzka in-season super rare. Classic Kane super rare. And in-season Olise super rare, captain. So that one paid out a little more than 2,000 because of the Tah. And then third place, Johnny KR, Neuer, Tah, Goretzka, Olise, Kane. All super rares, so no extra bonuses, but $1,000 there. So well done to the 3 of them. Yeah, not bad. I did want to bring this up. Somebody brought it up in the Laird Social Club Discord, that the winner of Division 2, this one right here, which won $600, would have won 40 in Division 1. So let's see here. 507.8. 507.8 lands in here. Yeah. 25th or something like that. Would have won $40. I still think that's okay. It's one of those weird things that we keep going back and forth between, like, is Division 1 the best lineups and so they have the highest scoring ones, or is Division 2 where the highest scoring ones are? And kind of the argument was this would have been better off here than in Division 1. But there are plenty of weeks where, and we've seen it in other competitions in this game week, sometimes Division 1, the winner of Division 1 is lower scoring than Division 2. I don't think it's necessarily better to be in Division 2, though. In fact, I don't believe that at all. And then let's see. We got some Bundesliga streak data. 12 people hit the streak, the 5th streak this game week. I'm guessing a lot of Bayern Munich stacks helped that. So 12 hit it in limited, 1 hit it in rare. And that's after rare went on a, what is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 game week streak of nobody hitting the 5th streak. Whereas more people have been hitting it in Bundesliga limited. But 270 people hit the 4th streak. So next game week, we'll see, next game week, meaning this midweek, we'll see many more people eligible to hit the 5th. And I'm just going to quickly look at the odds for the midweek. I am going to go into Challenger, so I don't want to skip too much ahead, but just to see what the midweek Bundesliga is. So Bayern Munich are away to Cologne. Dortmund, big favorites at home against Bremen. And then Mainz, big favorites at home against Heidenheim. And even Leipzig, decent favorites against Freiburg. Stuttgart favored well against Frankfurt, and then Hoffenheim against Glad. It's actually all the favorites are in that, or those are all between like 55 and 61. Wolfsburg as well against St. Pauli. So yeah, it could be fruitful for the 270 people who hit the 4th streak in limited and the 20 who hit it in rare. Not bad. We'll look into that a little bit more in a bit. So Challenger had, was it just SPFL? I don't even know if it's done. Let's see. Is Challenger, I don't know if it was just SPFL too. Let's see. Did I enter? No, I didn't even enter Challenger. I play Challenger mostly with Portugal and Turkey, and so they were off this game week, or at least not on Sorare. So 89%. So we still have games left. Let's see what we have left. SPFL and Serie A. So we have Juventus today, and that's it. So it's Juve. Oh, no, I'm sorry. And Genoa Cagliari. So it probably doesn't change that much, but we can see some changes. So first place right now, 530.08. Butland, Tierney, Engels, Shanklin, and Scales. So we have 3 Celtic, 1 Rangers, and 1 Hearts. For some reason, I'm basically okay with seeing, like, well, I do it myself in Challenger. Like, I'll do Porto, Benfica, Sporting Porto. Like, I'll mix and match those. Plenty of people will mix and match Real Madrid and Barcelona. But like Rangers Celtics combos just seem wild to me. But Celtic win again, or finally win, 4-0 against Dundee United. Kieran Tierney and Liam Scales both get 100. Nygren with the bailout goal off the bench. Engels goal. Yang goal. Maeda goal. Schmeichel clean sheet. Wow, Schmeichel actually played. Oh, and Araujo finally made his debut, 60 in 60 minutes. Solid. So 530's first, 518.61 is second. This is a full Celtic stack. Kieran Tierney, captain 100. And then Tom 94W in third with a Rangers stack, except also Arnie Engels and a James Tavernier 100 captain. Get the Rangers Celtic combos in the bin. That's I feel like it should be illegal. But Hoodwink probably doing well with Rangers winning 2-0 away to Aberdeen. And sorry, was this third place? Yeah. So 530 wins Division 1. Oh, look at this. 530.08 is the winner in Division 1. 530.03, the winner in Division 2, with a full Celtic stack. Schmeichel, Scales, McGregor, Yang, and Tierney. Scales 100 captain. Witzig Dane, also a Celtic stack, 525.64, excuse me. Schmeichel, Scales, McGregor, Tierney, and Yang. So it's the same lineup, same captain. This one had a classic Schmeichel, and this one had a classic Yang. And then third place, Butland, Scales, Asgard, Yang, Tavernier. Yeah, another one of these bin lineups. Captain 100 Tavernier. Oh, man, it's a lot of 100s. Scottish Premiership. Here we go. So the 3 100s, all from defenders. Yeats defender. So of the 10 highest scoring players, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 defenders and a goalkeeper. Yikes. And Division 3, 527.03, another Celtic stack. Schmeichel, Tierney, Engels, Maeda, and Scales. Scales captain. FC Haggis with a Ranger stack. T. Sorare with a Celtic stack. Nygren, bailout goal off the bench. Love it. Tierney, Scales, McGregor, and Schmeichel. What was this middle one? Butland, Sutar, Asgard, Gassama, and Tavernier. Yeah, I wonder, do you think these guys, I'm not going to go look because I I don't need to look that much, but do you think these guys always just play these stacks? It's just kind of like which players from the collections you play? Probably, right? All right. On the rare side, Raviolino, 888, wins it with a Celtic stack. Schmeichel, Tierney, McGregor, Yang, and Scales with a Scales captain. Ev Nino, second with a combo. Butland, Tavernier, defensive stack, but then Engels, Maeda, and Scales. Scales captain 100. Engels, Jerseyman, very fun. And Emilian, so rare. Third place, Butland, Tavernier, McGregor, Tierney, Nygren. Yeah, just looks like I feel like anybody who doesn't play so rare but loves one of these teams would just look at this and be genuinely disgusted. But congratulations to them for winning. Whoa. 563 Division 1, 569 Division 2. Butland, Tavernier, McGregor, Tierney, and Yang. Second place, Schmeichel, Scales, Captain, McGregor, Maeda, and Tierney. And then QTN, there we go. Svilar, the Roma goalie, Tierney, Elijah Lawrence Shanklin, and Tavernier. So this has a little more creativity to it, at least. Even a little Serie A. It's the first Serie A card we've seen. Which isn't surprising because like Modric didn't play. I can't remember if Çalhanoğlu ended up playing. They were against Napoli, though, so that wasn't a great matchup. But there you go. I don't know if QTN stacks that much. Super rare. Like, where's McBride? Right here? All right, McBride third. Look at PSU fourth and McBride fifth. All right, we'll look at that in a second. Sporting Shamrocks, first place. Oh, there's some more Serie A. Scott Bain, in-season super rare. Tierney, classic super rare from his time at Sociedad. Jamie McGrath, in-season unique. Paulo Dybala, classic unique. And Liam Scales, in-season super rare. $600 won this one, or it was the first place prize. But because of the uniques, 600 turned into what was this lineup? 600 turned into 1420. That's a heck of a game week from Shamrock. Second in Bundesliga for 2,900 almost. Buzzer beater second, Schmeichel, Scales, Devlin, Gassama, and Tavernier. A lot of SPFL. I'm guessing McBride's got some SPFL here. Schmeichel, Trusty, Engels, Nygren, and Scales. Nygren, classic, unique, and the Trusty in-season unique. And we'll look at his fifth place lineup, which is Schmeichel, Trusty, Yang, Tierney, McGregor, all in-season. And shout out to our friend PSU fans too. Butland, Tavernier, Engels, Gassama, and Paul McGinn. Those are all super rares. So let's check out. So McBride won $150 from this third place lineup raw, but he's got a couple uniques there. And so it actually paid $335. $335 plus another $75, $410. Not bad. Not bad. Celtic just all over the place. And then let's see, we've got some Challenger streak data. So one person did hit the fifth streak in limited. 7 hit the fourth in limited, and then nobody moved on either spot in rare. I'm guessing that the recent Celtic struggles killed a lot of Celtic hot streak lineups, and so they're in this range here. The 557 who hit the second streak, and the 58 in rare. But still plenty of people moving on. Unfortunately, we don't have Challenger next weekend, which is what somebody brought up earlier. I know we have, Portugal and Turkey. So SPFL off next weekend, excuse me. Which is why we don't have Challenger open. I wonder if is there a way to look at. I'm guessing Challenger doesn't pop up here because there is no Challenger. Yeah. Oh well. But yeah, it's SPFL are off. Austrian Bundesliga still off, and we only have 4 teams from Portugal and 4 from Turkey, I believe, and that's everybody for Challenger in terms of in-season cards. So I have some Bundesliga cards for the midweek. Nothing too exciting, and we do have some Liga MX. AFCON obviously still coming as well. So let's actually see what we have for the midweek. So the midweek, we have the monthly championship, AFCON Coliseum, Bundesliga champ, because Bundesliga is open, and then under 23 arena and all-star. Biggest favorites for the midweek. Oh, Interplay Lecce midweek, 89%. Let's see. We have some starters here. Yeah, probably some rotation. Why are they playing Tuesday? Anyway, Liga MX, Toluca, huge favorites against Santos Laguna. There's Bayern Munich at home, or away to Cologne. Napoli, big favorites against Parma. So I guess we just have midweek. Is there midweek Serie A, or is it just that? No, I guess we have some more there. How much Serie A do we have this midweek? 4 games. Napoli, Parma, Inter Lecce, Verona Bologna, Como Milan. And then they play this weekend as well. So Milan will play away to Como on Thursday and then at home against Lecce on Sunday. Just what we all want. Anyway, so we had, let me go to the top here. Do we also have some midweek SPFL? So we have Hearts at home against St. Mirren. That's not close. Cruz Azul hosting Atlas. Club America against Atletico San Luis. Celtic away to Falkirk. So what's the SPFL schedule? Oh, it's just those 3. Okay. Falkirk at home against Celtic. Hearts at home against St. Mirren, and Livingston at home against St. Wait a minute. Oh, no, that's next week. So it's just these 2. Sorry. Just those 2 matches. All right. Mainz Heidenheim, which we talked about. Tigres Pumas. Tigres 62%. I know Jesus Angulo was injured for the midweek. This is a draft, I guess. I think this is the lineup that basically played at the weekend. And then we also have, that's the Bundesliga one, Puebla at home against Mazatlan. Juarez home against Guadalajara. We got a little Swiss Super League, Servette against Lausanne, maybe. Senegal, Egypt, Nigeria, Morocco. That's AFCON. Necaxa home against Monterrey, Pick'em. Querétaro against Jolos, Tijuana, and then Augsburg, Union Berlin. So if we focus just on the Bundesliga, actually, I guess if you're playing champ, you do have these extra, the Serie A games as well. So Inter and Napoli. I don't think I have a goalie for that. Do I have a goalie? No. Merritt not being the goalie is a bummer because, yeah, Di Lorenzo, buongiorno, which means good morning. I had, Eriksson. Oh, Çalhanoğlu's hurt, maybe. Modric. I don't have much going on. As you can see here, I use this Martin Terrier in Bundesliga. This is what I'm going for. I came up just short of the first streak this weekend, which was kind of a bummer. I needed 360, 345 here. This Jeff Chabot error led to goal or penalty conceded, excuse me, did me in. I had it easily if he didn't do that. Obviously, if they don't, even if they concede and he just doesn't get this error, I did get lucky here with lucky. I won 500 XP. But Bade got an assist off the bench. I did want to talk about Llewellyn here because he has been doing pretty well lately. 144.81, then has Frankfurt midweek, then Union Berlin, Roma. Yeah, that is Roma. And just notice that looks very much like the Roma badge, but it's not. And then Gladbach. But yeah, I don't have much going this game week, this midweek in terms of, like, I don't feel overly confident about it. And then I put this lineup together: Guzman, Hakimi, Agard at AFCON, Modric, and then these two River Plate guys who were both at Necaxa and are now both at Cruz Azul, and then Juan Brunetta. Let's see if I have anything else. And then we'll look at this weekend. I know I have a bunch of Liga MX cards in limited. I'll probably keep those. So I have Guzman. Keylor Navas is away to Tigres, which is not great. And Necaxa home against Monterrey. And Atlas away to Cruz Azul, which is a tough one. Now let me take that off. So I do have 2 Nahuel Guzmans. And they're decent favorites, so I just play them. And then we can play our Napoli guys. I have Gorriarán as well. Paradella. Pallavicino came off the bench and scored. I don't know if he'll start, like if he's ready to start this midweek. Let's find out. Azul? No. Oh, there they are. I don't know if we'll get any notes or anything. Yeah. I'll have to check tomorrow, but let's play Pallavicino. And we can play Paradella together. And a forward. Do I have any? So this is my last forward, unfortunately. Julian Carranza, who I just bought last week. Although he did play, let's see, what did he do this midweek? Oh, he didn't start this weekend, but he had a goal off the bench, which is cool. So let's see. I'm going to go with, it's very small. Do we go with Paradella? I love Pallavicino. Let's see. Did I captain him in both of them? I believe I have them in limited too, so I'll captain them there. I didn't. Oh, I captained Modric. Okay. Let's look at limited. Guzman. We got another. I'm not sure I have enough I don't have a goalie for a rookie card lineup. I wonder if I have enough rookie card midfielders. El Canu's not starting, so the answer is no. All right. So we got Lukeba. Schlegel's at Atlas, right? He's not at Cruz Azul. But I don't have much else. Brunetta, Pallavicino. Oof. Crepin Diatta has been on fire at AFCON. Where did he go? Does he keep it going against Egypt? Oh, this is a last man tackle. Oh, that's funny. He's gotten 2 last man tackles. Does he get one against Egypt? Or do we just go with like a reliable Gorriarán or Christian Eriksen, who's been dreadful? Yikes. But now against St. Pauli, that should be better. Or we just play Paradella and we just go for it. Let's look at this weekend. Philly Dilly, you around? I only ask because Philly Dilly loves the Prem stuff, and so I'm willing to talk Prem now. So this weekend, after kind of the slower midweek, game week 45, again, no challenger because there are just not enough teams, but we have Prem, Liga, La Liga, Bundesliga, Jupiler, Eredivisie, Contender, and Champion, along with All-Star and U23, obviously. You can see here I've already put in some Liga super rare lineups, but I've done pretty much nothing else. And it's Monday. Andreas, sorry, who are we talking about? Who plays right back? He plays right back, so he has a decent chance. Who do we think he was talking about? Unless that was a long time ago and I just saw it. Oh, no. Oh, Diata. Gotcha. Oh, I didn't realize he played right back. That's funny. I haven't watched a second of AFCON. All right, so that doesn't seem so crazy. All right, so here's why somebody who has a 5% sporting collection is really bummed for this weekend, because they are 89% to win against Casapia, and they do not have, and Challenger is not open. I'm not even sure where I am. I don't have like a high, I'm not on a high streak for Challenger, but I think I'm on, oh, I'm literally at the bottom. Bummer. And Contender I'm waiting on. I don't think I have anyone for Contender. In fact, I don't even know who's playing from Contender this weekend. Is 2 Bundesliga back? Saint Etienne, like who's licensed? Oh, 2 Bundesliga, maybe? I guess I could just look and see what comes up from the on the lineup builder. Contender. Oh, it is 2 Bundesliga, but I only have 2 lineups. Ryman away and Simon away. As I'm going for the, what did I, was that the 4th streak I was going for? Oh, wait, no, I wanted to go to my missions. Ah, man. Going for the 4th streak in Contender with both of my guys, both of my goalies away. I feel like I had another, I thought I had another in-season keeper, but I guess not. All right, so I usually pair Simon and Getz. I feel like this is, I don't know, very, very small. Anyway, I'm not even sure I'm going to have enough for 2 lineups because Biblija doesn't really play. Anyone know what's going on with Jean Hugonet? Or Jean Hugonet, whatever his name is. This feels like I'm going to have to buy some cards because this doesn't feel overly exciting for a streak. Kurda. Oh, wait, Matheson I usually play. There we go. Okay. Obermeyer. Biblija doesn't usually play. And let me put in Kurda. Who are my best? Oh, okay. Okay. Oh, David. Okay. Okay. Davidashvili, Stassen. Would love Daniele Verde to be usable again. All right. We'll do Davidashvili. Unless we want to put him in the, oh, I have it. The other one. Do either of these get to 420? they don't feel overly exciting. Huguenot knee injury meant to be back end of Jan. Thank you, Ade. I didn't put him in, right? No. None of those feel great, but I'm not sure they get much better. Given the odds here, I'm looking at, well, there's, if I could play, I can't do it here because I need that, but I guess Handworker could be Pallavicino or Paradella because Cruz Azul are big favorites. Who else do I maybe have? There's Saint Etienne. I have that other, I have Tardieu or Stassen or another Davidashvili. I have Brunetta against Toluca is not great. Tardieu, Teddy Tuma. Oh, Teji. Ooh. Tardieu looks, odds-wise, looks the best. But he's been a little, but this is what that would look like. That seems better to me than whatever that other guy's name, Handworker. This guy's a defender, right? Yeah. I wouldn't say either of these feel great. What do Saint Etienne cards cost? Because were they decent? Yeah. We got a preview already. How about that? Stassen, Davidashvili, Tardieu. Love that. Oh, it's a little Derby. Okay. Transfer window has created some uncertainty with Stassen and Davidashvili, but for now the board remains firm. Doofus doesn't seem to have recovered, so Stassen should be available. That is the fear of buying guys like that, the transfer window being open. Okay. There's really not that many. I wish I would love to be able to sort this or to filter it by just in season, like just licensed teams. Because then that would give us a much better idea. Because we're now like these Dresden and Firth are like the first ones since Saint Etienne. I feel like that are, yeah, there's Marvin, away to Munster. Kind of an ugly week for Contender. Hanover guys. These guys do score well, though. What is Hanover? What do the Hanover guys look like price-wise? Take out much more. I mean, they're better scorers. Leopold. Is now Rocky back? Anyone know? I can't remember what his injury was. And there, Hanover away to Kaiserslautern. I wouldn't say that's, I mean, we're not like full-fledged buying in there, but there's really not much else. Gosh. There's Reims away to Troyes. Tigres. Yeah, no. If you're scrolling this far, it's probably not great. Anyway, that's at least what I have for first ideas for Contender. And then let me see here. Sorry. Let's see. What did I say? League on. Let's do Prem, or at least look at Prem. I don't have any Prem cards, but let's see what we have for Prem when they come back. Liverpool, 82% at home against Burnley. That seems reasonable. Arsenal, 65% away to Forest. Villa, 60% at home against Everton. Who did I just see Villa are getting? Conor Gallagher? Yeah. So he was kind of a bit of a bust in Spain. Chelsea, 60% at home against Brentford. Spurs, 59% at home against West Ham. Newcastle, 58% away to Wolves. Manchester Derby sees Man City a 55% favorite away to at Old Trafford, excuse me. Brighton 54% against Bournemouth. Leeds favored at home against Fulham. Oh my word. And Sunderland a pick against Crystal Palace at home. So we still have first draft, sorry. So they have an FA Cup game today. Ekitike expected to play apparently today. Gakpo, Wirtz, Soboslai in the attack with Ekitike possibly for this weekend. Gravenberch and McAllister in the engine room, if you will. Kirkez, Van Dijk, Konate, and Frimpong in the back. Okay. And Salah still away. Arsenal, Trossard, Gyökeres, Saka, and everything else pretty much the same. Philly Dilly, I'm way behind. Just catch up now. Getting caught up at Olise Classic so you can pair with Diaz and Kane is sick. Yeah, that's a great move for sure. Diaz also has midfielder cards, so you could always get one of those too. But being able to play those three is pretty fun. Yeah, so I don't think there's anything surprising here with Prem. Okay. I don't have any Prem cards. I don't know what else to say. And Philly Dilly is way behind. So, yeah. So we'll skip that. Let's do Liga, and since I have some Liga cards we can look at. PSG is probably at top here. Yeah, 70% at home to Lille. Lyon, 69% at home to Auxerre. Strasbourg, 65% against Metz. Monaco, 63% against Lorient, but they'll surely concede. Marseille, 63% away to Angers. Lyon, 62% at home to Brest. Rennes, 61% at home to Le Havre. Toulouse, 53% against Nice at home. And then Paris FC favored, 41% favorite away to Nantes. So that, man, that lines up nisely for me for my limited teams at least. PSG Lille doesn't seem as great as, like, let's see, I have a PSG defensive stack. I have a Strasbourg defensive stack. Monaco, who I would never actually do. Then I have Lille, but I'm not going to play them away to PSG. So do we pick Strasbourg at home against Metz or PSG at home against Lille? I feel like it's Strasbourg. There's also Toulouse at home against Nice, which I'm playing in super rare, which doesn't always feel great. I'm guessing we don't have expected lineups anywhere. No, we don't. I can't remember if Hogsberg is hurt or Sar. He looks okay. I don't know what's up with. Oh, he's at AFCON, right? He's at AFCON and doesn't play, which is just wonderful. Anyway, so we have those two. Do I split? I'm not going to do all of these, but I'm curious. Oh, Barco. I do love Barco. Mets at Strasbourg for Heinz, so I'm not going to do that. Kvaratskhelia against Lille. Look at Breel Embolo. These all decisives? Not even really. Mostly. Maybe he's the play. I don't think I ever play him. And like you kind of have to play Vitinha, right? It's more, do I play Kvaratskhelia here at home against Lille? Probably. Probably. I like doing this on Monday just to figure out like where my holes are for the weekend. But obviously, it's not that I don't want to win, but I'm in this position where 360, I guess Bundesliga showed I can't necessarily easily hit 360. So let's do Chevalier here, and I usually pair him with Pacho. Cabal away to none. Yeah, the Lille guys are basically unplayable to me. Monaco against Lens. That's an interesting one if I want to play Kamara. I wonder if he's still taking sets. Oh, he's away. Great. Is he away and not playing? Oh, no, he is playing. Yeah, he won't be back. So let's try Cabal. And Diatta won't be here. Balogun, he's been just like very goal-dependent players that I tend not to play together, but here they are. Delcut, no. Donham against Nice. So, like I have a bunch of Toulouse guys. Like I have almost a full collection of guys I would play, and in this spot where I'm just like, oh, I'll just play them together, even though it's not the best. But as you can see here, I have 4 Toulouse players, and actually a 5th one here with Boho, and then I just have this problem that I have. It's Division 3, so maybe I should just not make a big deal out of it. But I'll play like Restis, Cresswell, Donham, Boho, and somebody. Mandy's away, Hakimi's away, meaning away at AFCON. I could play Hein here. His AA hasn't been great, but it's not bad. Maybe I'll just do that. And then for the last one, so I have Ozair or Philip Cohn. Herdecky's hurt again. What did he do now? Knee injury. Explains why I was getting offers for Cohn. Cohn's Super Rare was on the market too, and I didn't buy it because I was like, I don't want to, like, he's not even the starter. I wonder if it's sold. I'm not buying it now either, but it did not. 9 days ago. Yeah, it must have been this one. $124. Well done. From Pavel. And now he's a starter. That's a great price for a starting goalkeeper. Okay. Do I even have, let's see. Yeah. Enrique has been pretty bad. Goodness gracious. That's about as bad as you can get. Although Marseille and Lyon are way different. And they have Madrid in the midweek. Oh, that's just screaming rotation. Lima Lu is still injured. Maybe. Oof. This is when I'm going to need Zakaria. Where's he? Is he away also? He was suspended. Look at that. So many red cards. But I guess he should be back. Which isn't, I mean, that's not a great return. Embolo. Do I have 2 Embolos? Am I really going to be that guy? And then last, Del Castillo at Lyon. That doesn't feel great to me. Diatta's gone. Dumbia's gone. This guy's against Marseille, which is not great. Secco away to Rennes. None of these are very exciting. Oh, Teze. I'll play Teze. Why not? Coming off a terrible game. Did I play 2 real Embolos? Is that what's going on here? Oh, no, I didn't. I was going to play him here, and then I dropped him. So I actually playing Embolo here instead of Balogun. They're kind of the same to me. All right, well, that's not bad. Hopefully I can get to 360 and we just start grinding again. I've gotten to the 4th streak only once. I think I've gotten to the 3rd twice in Ligue 1, but that's nothing all that exciting there. La Liga, I don't play. Pro Jupiler, I don't play in Eredivisie, but let's see what, if you did play. Andreas was all fired up for La Liga next game week with Mbappe back. So let's see what this says. Madrid, 87% at home against Levante. So if you have Real Madrid stacks, you're probably feeling pretty good about that one. Atletico Madrid, 74% at home against Alaves. And then Barcelona, 63% away to Real Sociedad, which is more than fine. More than fine. Xabi out at Madrid. That just happened? Really? Wow. Wow. Okay. Sorry, I was looking at, I literally just Googled it. The Spanish Super Cup is less important. I wonder what they do now. Does anybody know? Wow. Real Madrid backs Xavi Alonso, but now he's leaving. That's funny. This isn't going to give us anything. Who takes over? Arbeloa? Is that actually right? Where are they? Where are they? So they're 4 points back of Barcelona. And they're sitting in second. And they're so awful that they sack Xavi Alonso. All right. Well, I feel like I could take over this team and they would still be 87% against Levante. So that's fine. Let's see. Osasuna against Oviedo. Obviously, Osasuna's big favorite. Espanyol, favorite against Girona. Celta Vigo, home against Vallecano. Nothing too crazy. Like, does this realistically change anything for anyone? If you are somebody who already holds Real Madrid cards, you're probably not. Yeah, there's no change to you at all. Let's see. We've got Jupiler. USG big favorite against Mechelen, and Bruges big favorite against La Louvière. After that, it's kind of just a toss-up. Westerlo boys home against Cercle Bruges. Haspelot and Piedfort, love that. Nacho Ferry. I'm like dangerously close to a Westerlo stack. What does a Piedfort super rare go for? These are the stupid things that I start thinking of. I have a Haspelot super rare already. What if I wanted to play the two of them? They're just, oh, there's no 15 of them. Oh my gosh, somebody bought a new one or won a new one and immediately vaulted it. So just the in-season one. My Haspelot is this one. 3 months ago for $26. Love that. I have this Haspelot super rare. Buying classic Jupiler Westerlo super rares. What could go wrong? $26 for Reynolds. Barham's $174. That feels like a lot to me. And Youngdahl $300 also seems like a lot. To only play these in All-Star Classic or Arena. Oh, Stassen's there. I actually have that in rare. Where did that? Yeah, there's Piedfort. Look at Alfie Devine. This is scoring decently. Did you see Yao going to the Revs? I didn't actually. Alfie's not that great. I did not see that, but that's not. I'm not looking for MLS cards at this point. Bayram's really 174. I get 174 feels like a lot. I know he's like a decent scorer, but here we go. $70. Oh, that's the one that's on sale. Just looking for $100 profit. I respect it. So that's actually, this is the second week in a row I've like looked at Westerlo stuff, which is really weird. They're like strangely becoming like my new favorite. Though they're not even my new favorite. I don't even know anything about them. After this, they're away to Mechelen, away to Zulte Wagram, Waregem, and then Sint Truiden. Anyway, let's look at Eredivisie. Actually, going back there, I know there were a couple of people who hit the Eredivisie 5th streak. Yeah, there are plenty of people who hit the 4th one. Excuse me, here we go. So they'll be going for it with this. Let's see. PSV, 74% away to Fortuna. Feyenoord, 72% at home against Sparta Rotterdam. So everybody who is like really excited about Sparta Rotterdam this game week are looking ahead and they're like, oh, never mind. Ajax at home against Go Ahead Eagles at 70%, and then AZ 61% away to Pek Zwolle. And Twente 61% away to Heracles. Can that even be right? What did they do this week? I know I put Understall in a lineup somewhere. Of course, he concedes. 1-1. Ugh. What happened? Oh, Rots 70. Darn. I was looking at a Rots rookie card the other day. I think it was this Rots. Actually, it might have. Yeah, it was Matt's Rots, not Dan Rots. Does he have rookie cards too? Or just Matt's? he does not. Here's Matt's rookie cards. The rares are nice looking. Actually, I bet the super rares are really nice. That's how I felt about it. It's really the rares that are the nicest looking ones. I get maybe it's not usually a big like red on red, but this one hits, I think. Nothing else. Utrecht away to Volendam. Excelsior home against Telstar. Ooh, is it a Harry Trades week? Groningen. Heerenveen favorite against. Actually, I wanted to look at the Eredivisie table because I feel like some teams, I think, can we get like a full? Here we go. PSV, Feyenoord, Ajax, NEC, AZ. Yeah, Groningen, although 25 goals scored, Twente 27 goals. So Telstar, I didn't realize Telstar was out of the relegation zone. I mean, they're 1 point. Actually, wow, that's quite a battle. 14, 14, 14, and then 15 gets out. Pek Zwolle somehow in 13th with a minus 17 goal differential, second worst in the league. 39 goals allowed. Goodness gracious. Yeesh. Did I miss one? One of the competitions? Bundesliga, Champ, Contender, Jupiler, La Liga, Liga, and Prem. I don't think so. Oh, that's not what I wanted. Champ is what I wanted to look at. Yeah, let's look at Champ. Madrid, Liverpool, Milan. So if you have like Milan players that you normally use in Challenger in season, no dice this weekend. Atletico Madrid, Dortmund, PSG, Inter. Yeah. All right. What did we have play? Sure. Actually, looking at the prize pools. Ligue on 33,000, 43, 34, 33. It's more like we know Contender's really light now. Madrid hard to predict after Xavi. I mean, how hard to predict like how they'll do or how they'll line up. I feel like the lineup can't look all that different. We know Mbappe's back, Vinny. Actually, how did they line up yesterday? Vinny, Rodrigo, Garcia. So I assume Rodrigo, well, actually, the way the Garcia is playing, Rodrigo probably gets benched for Mbappe. Bellingham, Tchouameni, Camavinga. I'm guessing Camavinga becomes Arda Güler. And the back line is just a mess. I mean, Carreras and Heisen are starters, but I guess Valverde could move up if they had a right back, but they don't. And Asensio. Yeah, it's how much can really change? Obviously, that doesn't necessarily mean they stay in a 4-3-3, but I'm not sure they're better off in anything else. This is kind of one of my favorite tools here. We can do it this way. Let's see. I guess they did do a 4-4-2 in their last La Liga game. Bellingham, Tchouaméni, Camavinga, Rodrigo. So it's probably like a 4-3-3 in attack. Yeah, they don't really play I mean, gosh, could they go? I don't think they have anybody healthy enough to play 3 in the back. I'm on my 5th streak in rare this weekend, and Real has the best game. That's why I'm a bit afraid. I mean, realistically, I don't know which Real Madrid players you have, but if you have Courtois, Heisen, Bellingham, Mbappe, Vinny, like you're probably fine. Like Jude's not going to get benched. Mbappe's not getting benched. Courtois not getting benched. Dean Heisen's not getting benched. Even Carreras seems pretty locked in. Let me see if I can find this team trends. Here we go. So this is just like minutes. See who's playing. So like, yeah, Mbappe's back. This doesn't include the Super Cup. Yeah, I guess it's like, does Rodrigo keep his spot? He's kind of benefited from a few people being out. Do they like him now more than Arda Güler? Where is Arda? Oh, there he is. Like, there's only so much you can do with when most of these guys are hurt. When, like, I guess Rudiger could play. Yeah, like, I don't know. There just doesn't seem to be a whole lot that needs to change. At least in the immediate short term, you know what I mean? I doubt we have projected lineups from many. Let's see. I know RotoWire will have them, but it's early, so we'll see. Courtois, Carreras, Heisen, Rudiger, Valverde, Tchouaméni, Camavinga, Bellingham, Vinny, Rodrigo, and Mbappe. So just no Arda Güler. That's one thought. Yeah. Like how far are you really going to struggle? At the worst, just throw in somebody from Barcelona. Why not? I feel like everybody who has Real Madrid stacks has Barcelona players as well. Not sure where I want to go for this. We'll scout it. La Liga, and we'll do just Real Madrid and Barcelona. Current club. Why is he here? Did my team filters not work? Madrid and Barcelona. Oh, 49. There we go. Okay. I like L40. Just, I don't know why. Mbappe, Yamal, Pedri, Militao is out. Güler. I will run 2 Barca lineups and 1 Real, and I'll see. 5th is so tough to reach. I see it as a super bonus. It is tough. I mean, the 5th one's supposed to be hard. 2 Barca lineups sounds fun. Fabian, how many duplicate players would you have for 2 Barcelona lineups? Like, do you have 2 Joan Garcias and do you have 2 Pedris or 2 Yamals? I feel like we're getting to the point where that's the way to play it. Um, Not cheap, but it's a way to play it. Oops. So, lowest price. Oh, let me do limited. I also don't know if you're in limited or rare, Fabian, but here. Yamal 281, Pedri 188, Rafinha 100, Garcia 89. I crafted 2 Garcias and have 2 classic Pedris. That's awesome. Wow. Very cool. Very cool. What does a classic Pedri limited cost? $90. Oh, Fabian, you're in rare. Okay. That makes it a little more expensive. I feel like the classic Pedri rares were higher than this before. I mean, obviously they were, but let me see here. So one's 379. Yeah, I think I wasn't realistically buying one, but I remember looking for one a little bit ago. And yeah, I thought they were more in the 500 range, but I guess not. 422 is the floor right now. I like this version the best. Let me see if I can find it. Like this one I think is the nicest looking one, but I do love the that one's pretty nice too. Well, let me just do it this way. I was gonna say I really like the honeycomb one. I think part of it is just because that's the oldest one. Let's just do it this way. Oof. Let me just, if we don't want to necessarily see the a special edition. Did I lose? Oh, because I have 3 now. Hold on. There we go. Golden Boy is the best. You're not, I mean, it's by far the best. I bought the last classic rare Pedri for 200 euros. Let's look at those Golden Boys. Are they only? Oh, no, they're not. Okay. Yeah. I remember I saw one of these on the market once. I think they were just under $200, and I was like, man, that's a lot of money, but this is an amazing card. My gosh, it's still vaulted. Man, it's a great price. Wonder when he was hurt. Yeah, these are great cards. Which one of these do we like the most? Wish I could figure out a way to put them in order of like how old, because this is first. Oh no, it is this way. Excuse me. I think from a card design, I think I like this one the best. I don't know, something about it with the Barca jersey that just hits differently. But this one is like, it's not like his rookie card, but it is his first one. Wearing number 16. That's funny. Jude's Golden Boy card is really cool too. The yellow on yellow, I usually like. I can't decide if I really like that or not. Man, 241 3 months ago. None. Now I just have to look. Are there no golden boys on the market? Oh, there are 3. Who do we think they are? Gravenberch and Musiala. So basically roughly 3 times last sale is what they're looking for this one. It's a very, very cool card. It's nuts that there are only 3 on the market. I think this is a genuine collector card. Like, I think people respect those as collector items. These champion cards are just kind of like whoever. I was never a big fan of these designs, which is why I tend not to, I don't buy any of them. Yeah. Just not my taste. What is the icebreaker one? Is that the new one? It's like the AFCON ones? Yeah. It's only 17 jersey, or I guess jersey edition is different than these ones with the moving. Yeah. This is another one. It's like all jersey mints. That's what jersey edition they've now. Oh, no, it is the one with like the number in the back. Yeah. Pedro Gonçalves super rare jersey mint's kind of cool. Hakimi limited. Man, Hakimi limited the same price as a Jared Bowen rare. I mean, I know it's not like that makes sense. I won't say otherwise. Yeah, do we think Xabi Alonso goes to Liverpool? I hate that you can't scroll down in the filter. Like, you can't see winter edition as an option. You would need to type it in. Yeah, I kind of agree with that. And there's like no indication that there's more. Yeah, I agree. Because even jersey edition, like, those are not the jersey mints, they're just jersey editions. This is going to be a billion of them. I'm trying to even think of what some of the Ballon d'Or ones don't even show up until you search. Van Dijk, João Neves, yeah. There's Jude's. Yeah, I agree. I wish there was more. Like, even that, like when you search Ballon d'Or, that was weird. Hold on. So I searched Ballon d'Or, now Celebration shows up. Away kits, like all of a sudden new ones pop up. It's kind of all over the place now. I do love like special edition cards. I just don't always get them. 300 for that Yamal. 160. So let's see, because we saw that Musiala earlier, the Golden Boy one. Let's see what's on the market. 31 Musiala is on the market right now. Couple early access. There's an auction going on right now. I know that there are a ton of. So you can have this special edition, the Golden Boy. Bunch of in-season ones as he's coming back soon. These are both special editions from last year. Yeah, I mean, he's back soon. Hoax, what's up? Thanks for coming in, saying hi. Yeah, I would love some more. It's funny. I was never one who really loved like these one-off competitions that they would post. Remember when they used to do that? And some of you may not have been here long enough for that, but they used to do these like special, these like specials every so often. And I never really loved them because you can't like plan ahead with them. But now it feels like there's so much, like everything is kind of already planned ahead that I wish they would go back to it. Like, and having something like that, a special edition competition, even for Essence, or I don't know if I would play for XP, but actually I probably would. Just a competition that you have to play with a special edition card. Doesn't even have to be a new special edition card, just any special editions. Because like why not celebrate these a little more than they previously have, or that they do now? I think I bought one of these Pogba ones for like double this price. Wonder if you could play. Can you play a full lineup of these? No goalie. That's too bad. Does anybody do that? Can they play a full like a full lineup of these guys, these types of cards? So this one's like Bundesliga. You could do Raum, Grimaldo. These are both forwards, so you can't do it that way. What about Liga? Pogba, Aubameyang, Tovan, Dembele. So no, you need some defenders. This isn't everyone, obviously, but just what's on the market right now. But I feel like they celebrate them when they come out and then they just forget about them. So why not continue to celebrate them by giving us contests that allow us to win stuff with them? Can I take this off somehow? Oh, wait, here. Special editions have been surprisingly cheap. Maybe the market is a bit saturated because there are no special competitions to use them, as you pointed out. I think that's what it is. I think people really only think about special editions when there's a competition, which is why I was saying once the competition's over, everybody just kind of forgets about them. But why not keep celebrating? I mean, I know there are some people who collect these and they celebrate them, but not everybody does. It's the most expensive one of these. Like I don't know the K League that well. That seems like a lot. Actually, are there any Cecinias? He's got to be cheap now. What about some special edition Cecinias? Or did Hoodwink just buy them all? Here's a super rare. That's special edition super rare. $75 for a Cecina collectible feels like a lot to me. But that's my budget. You can still buy one if you want. As long as I don't overpay, I buy special editions to keep them. I really liked the number edition designs this season. That's funny that you say that because I actually don't like them as much. But again, teach their own. Let me see here. No, card edition. Ooh. Oh, Sorare Soul. I guess vaulting it makes sense. Oh, yeah. Who was the hollow Cecina? LaRouche, $30. 3 days ago. That's cool. I bet that chart looks pretty funny then. There it is. Oh, no, that's... That's weird. Oh, is it in season? That's why. There it is. Feels like a decent, well, let's see. 38.4. Look at that. Oh, phenomenal trading. I was looking for this one. Yeah. Was there no unique of oh no, I guess it wouldn't have been this one. Is there, let's take this off. 6 Cecina uniques. Wow. All but one. Oh no, 2 are vaulted. Not bad. Not bad. I don't know why I'm looking at Cecina cards. A guy going to K2 and probably never being so relevant ever again. But that's what this is, like the rabbit holes that you can go down. Ligue Unlimited in season. Yeah, I don't think he's retiring, but they are relegated. So he seems like the kind of guy who like would never play somewhere else. But I'm also not the Cecina expert here. So don't quote me one way or the other on what Cecina could or may or may not do. I know I have some Cecina cards that I would love to be able to use again, but it's not happening. Yeah, 2 rares and a limited. They provided some wonderful memories. Did you see K-League 1 and 2 are expanding the number of teams? I did not. To be honest, I don't follow the K-League at all. But I imagine that expansion does not allow Cecina to stay in K1 and therefore be eligible for So Rare. But if it is, hey, great news. Great news if so. We seem to have done the opposite of looking at what's going on right now or what just happened. And instead, we went down the rabbit hole of checking out Cecina special edition cards. So that's probably the best time to go. So thank you everybody for coming. If you could please like, subscribe, all that good stuff. Shout out to Quinny. I'll be back. Oh, actually, I will not be back next Monday. Sorare Spotlight not happening next Monday because I'm going to be away. But if you're looking for more content from me, Sorare with Laird is my YouTube channel. You can just search that in YouTube and you'll find it. I do videos almost every single day about something with Sorare. Tomorrow, Tuesday, I believe I'll be live streaming with Harry Trades. So Is always a fun one, so check that out. And if you are interested in supporting me as a content creator, you can join the Laird Social Club, which is my Patreon. Patreon.com/Andrew M. Laird is where you can find that. And if you need that link, it's on Sorare with Laird on the Sorare with Laird YouTube channel. Anyway, thank you everybody for coming. Good luck with all of your lineups midweek. We're almost back to everything being here this weekend. And so good luck with your lineups midweek, getting ready for the weekend. And please make sure you get outside.